Hello again and welcome to Paul's Racing Channel and to the Ultimate Racing League, sponsored by Eldridge Air Conditioning. And round 9, our penultimate round of the Aston Martin GR4 Championship is here. We're in Italy, just north of Milan, at the Monza circuit, built in like a woodland setting within a parkland area in Monza itself. 3.6 mile clockwise circuit here, and well, it's known as the Temple of Speed, and hopefully we're going to get plenty of that happening in this 25 lapper here tonight. So let's just get on with these points going into this one before we get going into the racing itself. So we've got Aspect, who's well, in fairness, been leading the championship for a little while now. He is at the top there on 291 points now. Not sure he can actually be beaten, but this closest competitor is Dan in second place on 235. Then Si's got himself up to third place, 173. Still in the chance of getting second there if he has the last couple of rounds as scoring good points. Then we've got Silly Shot in fourth. Not that far behind actually on 173. So Si's just got to watch his behind there. Then we've got Carlsberg in fifth on 161. 151 points for Nath in sixth. Seventh place is Conrad on 144. Then we've got Firepower in eighth and 142. 3 points back from there. We've got Cambersy on 139. Crossbones in 10th on 126. Blackstar in 11th. Vane in 12th. RJS Racing in 13th. Daddy Dims, Tidders, and James at the bottom. So that's it for the points going into this one. As I say, this is the penultimate round, so we've got this round and the last one in Belgium at the Circuits de Spa-Francorchamps, which should also be a belter. But let's get on with this one first, and let's get this one underway. So here we go with the lineup, with the grid. It's Aspect on pole position. We've got Blackstar in second, Nath in third, Dan in fourth, Tidders in fifth, Silly Shot there in sixth place, Si in seventh, Taff in eighth, Crossbones in ninth, Vane in 10th, Carlsberg 11th. We've got Ninky, who's actually joined us, so welcome back to Ninky. He's going to just join us for the last couple of rounds there in 12th, and Firepower in 13th place. So here we go then. Let's get this race underway, and the lights go out and away they go down towards turn one. Just 10 turns here on this circuit. This first one's that tricky chicane. See if everyone gets through here without any dramas. Oh, Dan's having to think about having a go at Nath, but no, couldn't get it done in the end, and just single file through the chicane. So looking good to everybody. Yeah, well done through there. Oh, hang on, we've lost. Where's Vane? I think everyone's through. Yep, they all got through okay. So our leader then, Aspect, coming up now towards Variante di Roggia for the first time. This second chicane, so we're getting the two chicanes back to back as Dan has a go at Nath now. He had a go, or tried to have a go at turn one, but got it done this time. Oh, and it was a little bit of a... Oh, Nath gets spun around. All sorts of dramas going on. There was something behind there as well. Let's have a look. Now, Dan's going up the inside here, trying to have a look at Nath on the brakes. Nath run it wide, he did. That allowed Dan through. Tidders on the outside. Oh, he just got nudged out there. There he is, Tidders is back. Nath is here somewhere as they all go through. But Nath at the back there, coming back on the track in 13th. So all a little bit messy through the chicane as they now come through Lesmo 1 and Lesmo 2, and then down through towards Scary now. Dan with half a second penalty picked up there, down in third place, but Aspect, Blackstar first and second place. We've got softs for Aspect and hard tyres for Blackstar. Then we've got Dan on hard tyres as well, there in third place. So all going off here at turn one. Bit of a penalty killer this one as well. There's going to be a few drivers picking up penalties, especially through the chicanes as they now come on down towards Parabolica. Crossbones up the inside of Vane. just sitting behind Taff as they come round the Parabolica now and out the other side towards the line to complete lap 1. Payne in 7th, Taff in 8th, Tidders 9th, Carlsberg in 10th, who's got a second penalty for Carlsberg. Inky in 11th has made up a spot. Naif's made up a spot onto Firepower as well. So Naif trying to get back the swing of things. And Firepower on the hard tyres there in 13th. But our leaders, Aspect and Blackstar, already pulling away a lovely gap between themselves. Down in 3rd. We see Blackstar trying to go with Aspect, and actually Blackstar on those hard tyres against Aspect on them soft tyres, it's going to, you thought, be no match, but actually it seems like the hard tyres have got a little bit there to play with, haven't they? And softs are going to wear out very quickly, especially on that left side. Down in 3rd, Silly Shot 4th, Sight in 5th. He's made up some couple of places of Sight up to 5th place. A little bit of lag going on here tonight. Not sure if that's if that was there while they were racing, or whether it's me whilst I'm doing this, but I'll have to hopefully see if that clears itself. As Tidders eyeing up a move on Taff up there at Ascari. Some of the soft tyres is Tidders, with Taff ahead of him on the hard tyres, so Tidders looks like he's got a better run out of there. Could have a go at Taff down here at the Parabolica. It's like he's going to line himself up, but Taff obviously defending that inside line. So does Tidders get him on the brakes and go round the outside? I think he will. He's going to have a go. Sticking it out there, isn't he? Sticking it out there, keeping it out there. He gets ahead. Taff had nothing to give there, no more to give. The tyres are screeching. We're trying to grip on that tarmac coming round. And now Taff's getting the run back on the back of Tidders now. So can Taff repay the compliment down here? Turn 1, chicane. Well, again, Tidders covering the inside, and oh, was there a little bit of now? Well, maybe there was some lag, or is that the lag that's doing it? I'm not sure. Either way, there was a little bit of contact there, but that remains 7th for Taff there. Vane, Nath in 9, ahead of Carlsberg now, so Nath is pushing on. G11 Firepower is made up at a spot, and Crossbones he's had off somewhere down there in 13th now. So clearly, maybe just run it too hot at turn 1 perhaps and went straight on. Who knows? Aspect, meanwhile though, he's certainly running it hot, isn't he? But he's running it hot out in front. Now those soft tyres are beginning to come into play. Almost 6/10 up. Already obviously holding that fastest lap at 1:03. But on this basis, going to be into the 2 minutes. If he can hang on to what he's got through the sector, so stick with him and see. But I would imagine it's going to be a 2:07, maybe 6. Let's see. Depends how much time he loses or gains around there through the Parabolica. Across the line now. Yeah, 2:06. 7/10 up. Black Star in 2nd place, still looking good. And already we've got Dan Silly Shot coming off those hard tyres after 4 laps. 3 laps actually, just to started lap 4, haven't they? So 3 laps the minimum. That's what they've done on their tyres. Tidders is now up to 3rd, so it must be courtesy of the guys that went in. I think someone else went in the pits as well there, so a few cars have decided to dive in after the 3 laps. Sight in 4th, chasing down Tidders. So we can decide, is there an opportunity up here at Variante delle Roggia? He's going to have a go. Or he's not going to have a go. He had a look though. Behind them, Taff and Vane is having their battle as well. So a couple of good little battles going on here. Oh, Taff picks up another second. The side still putting that pressure onto the back of Tidders. So on those soft tyres along with Tidders, so to the soft compound, fighting it out here. So they go up now towards turns 7 and 8 here at Monza. Lovely corner, this Ascari, didn't get it right. Just there. Make up a lot of time if you go through there. Smooth. And the outside is lining up Tidders on the outside. Tidders, as everyone would, defends that inside line. Behind them as well, things to move on for Vane. Side didn't get that done, so let's have a look as and Vane has gone past Taff. Actually, I think that was the penalty that Taff had, didn't he? He had a second penalty, so that's where the penalty zone is, along there. So that's why Vane is up to 5th place. This battle between Sight and Tidders is going on. There's our leaders, nothing changed up there. So Aspect and Blackstar still 1 and 2. And then Tidders and Sight. Sight pulling out of the slipstream. Maybe a little bit too far back to have a go there. Yeah, a couple of stabs of the brakes there for Sight. Didn't fancy going for that. Was a little bit far back. So remains in 4th place. Vane in 5th. Looking good. A lot of lag though, there's a lot of glitching going on. So we see Crossbones down into turn 1, followed by Dan in 7th. Dan's been in and come out on those medium tyres. Lap 5 now, or 25. It's a shame that glitching's just making it look a little bit worse than it actually is. So we see Taff around Curva Grande in 8th place. Also been in, come out on those mediums. Nath also. So a lot of them doing the same strategy. Ninky's been in, but he's on the softs. And then we got Firepower and Carlsberg battling it out. Firepower on those soft tyres and Carlsberg on the mediums. But these boys are all the ones that have decided to come in early doors. Silly shot. Down there in 13th. He has been in also, but he's got half a second, and it's unusual to see Silly Shot probably at the moment, as things stand, his worst position in the whole of the series so far. Not seen him down as far as that in any of the rounds up to this point. Always been there or thereabouts in that top 5 at least. Silly Shot. So this is going to be new territory for him. See what we've got. Expect coming through. Then there's Blackstar, who was in 2nd, has come in. It means that Tidders is up to 2nd, still closely followed by Sice, still battling it out. Still coming down to turn 1, the chicane, and still nothing happening between Tidders and Sight. So 2nd and 3rd is how they stay. Got Vane in 4th. So just as we were saying about Silly Shot, and probably his worst position so far, I think, from memory, that up here in 4th place for Vane is probably his best position so far. It's not far off that podium, is it, at the moment? Long way to go, of course, in this race, but he's got no pressure whatsoever, so if you can just keep it going, going to presumably run these mediums right the way down, or the fuel right the way down as far as he possibly can before having to come in, get as many laps. There's going to be some fuel saving required in this race for sure. Don't get a lot of laps out of a tank of fuel. Watch 007 Blackstar coming through. There's Mo 2, and then now down towards Ascari. Through he goes. Again, no pressure there in 5th place for Blackstar. Crossbones in 6th, Dan in 7th with half a second. He's going to have, that's where the penalty zone is, but because he's just picked it up, he's going to have to go round another lap before that comes off. So he has got something to chase, and that someone is Crossbones. So does he get that 6th place off him before he takes that penalty? Can he take it? Can he get into 6th place before he takes that penalty? Looks like he's certainly going to be eyeing up a move down here at turn 1. Looks too far back at this point though. Both on their medium tyre, so it's going to be a real advantage. Later on the brakes for Dan. When that looked close, looked like he was going to hit the back of Crossbones, but good driving. Now he's got him lined up. Now he's going to have a go. Is he going to go left or right for Dan? Crossbones is staying right in the centre of the track there, covering as much as he possibly can, but it looks like Dan's going to pull out to the outside, which will of course allow him to be on the inside up here at Variante della Ruggia, and he gets it down on the brakes. Does he get it stopped though? He does. Good move through there, so he does get up to 6th place, does Dan. This is very off-putting though, this glitching. I'm not sure why we've got this tonight. I have seen it before, but it's a little bit off-putting. It does make viewing not quite as good, doesn't it? But well, we can basically see what's going on, but it is a little bit off-putting for me anyway. Taff, 1.5 seconds for Taff. Thankfully, a bit of a gap back to Nath, but with 1.5 seconds is certainly going to lose at 8th place to Nath. Doesn't look like. I mean, it could be 1.5. It's only probably about a second that gap behind, I would have thought. But by the time he gets himself back up to speed, Nath should be on him. So let's have a look, see if there is a move here. Actually, it's not going to be too bad, is it? Obviously, he's going to gain on him. Taff staying right out to the right hand side, but actually he does stay there, doesn't he? I think he's going to probably. Oh, I thought he was going to allow Nath to go around the outside there, but he didn't. Kind of teased him a bit there, said, I'll wait over here, you can go around it. Oh no, actually, I won't, I'll change my mind. Just as I was going through the parabolica, Taff has decided, no, I'm going to stick with 8th. Unfortunately, though, for Taff. But now going along the straight here, and does mean that Nath's going to have an opportunity down here at turn 1 on the outside. If he could stay there, he'd be on the inside for the second part of this chicane. No, he didn't. Taff better through there. Taff, Nath didn't want to get involved in any contact there, so just backed off. There's Ninky. Welcome back to Ninky. Been away for a little while, but has joined us again here. So presumably do this race and join us for the final race as well before kicking on in our next season. Oh, it just hits that curb hard. That's going to almost stop him in the gravel there. That's what it does. Get yourself in there and it just almost like you put your handbrake on. Firepower in 11th. Carlsberg 12, silly shot. Oh, and it's not getting any better for silly shot, is it? He's getting further and further back, and he's picking up penalties after penalties. Every time we've been to him, he's got a penalty above his head, and this time it's 1.5 seconds down there in 13th. So this is a disaster here for silly shot. Comes through Variante della Ruggia down towards the Lesmos 1 and 2, and not much he can do here in 13th and with 1.5 over his head. Let's just have to see this one through. I mean, our leader aspect isn't actually that far behind, because he's coming through Variante della Ruggia now before the Lesmos, and he's obviously Silly shot's only just come out of Lesmo's, going up towards Ascari now. As Aspect comes through Lesmo's. So he's not that far behind our leader. Look at this battle still going on. Sai might have picked it though this time just as we come to him. I think he's just finally got through on Tidders. Now does he keep it there? Sai up to second he goes. He does. Tidders up to third, down to third. So this battle's been going on for a good 3 or 4 laps now. It looks like it's going to carry on as well. It's glitching, it's ruining it, making it look like the cars are fabbing their way along these straights, going sideways. A little bit of jolting here and there, so it's a little bit off-footing. I don't like it. So apologies to you viewers, but very little I can do, I'm afraid. It is what it is, as they say. Siding with Tidders still all over the back of him, coming through Parabolica now. He runs wide, Tidders now. You've got to be a bit careful because you can pick up penalties if you run that too far out there. Using all the track, kicking up the dust. I mean, it's not even part of the track, is it, out there? Literally using every inch of it, trying to break each other's slip, and almost to a standstill down there, battling it out side by side. There's a lot of, wow, this battle's going on, and still Sight and Tidders in second and third place. They come round Curva Grande now. Sight can't shake off Tidders like Tidders couldn't shake off Sight. Evenly matched on those soft tyres. Tidders had a big think about it there, and the back out. It was going to be a collision otherwise. Just lost a fraction of a time there, Tidders, because he had to back out of that move. But still in third place, Vane in fourth, but he's been caught by Blackstar. Blackstar's making a move. Good move it is well. He's on the medium tyres, and Vane has to give in to that one on the mediums as well. So Vane just has to drop back to fifth now. Blackstar through. So Blackstar on a charge. Easy to run it wide where they've just been there on that curbing. You can use that curbing, but you've got to be a bit careful not to run it too far wide. It can spin you out of Lesmo 2. Be very, very precise through there. So come through Ascari now. Out the other side, second for Vane, and that's picking up through Ascari. You can pick up penalties. There's Desperate Dan in the back there in sixth place, trying to hunt these two down. Here he is. Crossbones in seventh. Taff getting off a second penalty there, and that's going to allow Nath up to eighth place. So easy pass for Nath in the end, didn't have to battle that one. So Nath now up to eighth place. Got caught up, didn't he, as Crossbones dives in. But Nath getting caught up in that little incident through Marianto Delaroggio on the first lap. Knocks him all the way back down to the back of the field. Made his way up and is now up to seventh place there. Here on lap 11. So he's got some work to do to get himself up into the top three. If that's where he wants to be, that's where they all want to be. Got a little way to go there before he gets to that point though, but still not even halfway through this race yet. Leader comfortable as ever out front. Aspect still that 2:06 lap time. Still on those soft tyres, and I'm pretty sure he must be fuel saving here. got the time to, he's got no one pressuring from behind, so he can afford to do what he can in terms of fuel saving, tyre management. So crosses the line to start lap 12, and Tidder's in second, just coming out of Parabolica now. Over the line. Sight in third. There's been a change there actually. Did we see that? Sight was in second, down to third now. Oh, a big slide from Sight. And a big chunk of curb as well from him on exit. Didn't losing too much time though. Give it the old handbrake there, going into turn 1. Star as well, up to 4th. We see him just a minute ago on a charge through past Vane at the time. He's up there to 4th place now, and looking like he wants a piece of the podium, and they're not that far ahead of him. With Black Star, let's see. See, there's absolutely no sign of that glitching from inside the car. There's Sai, just see him in shot going up there through towards the Scary. The bridge, brake about now, change down, cut that inside, use a lot of that inside curve there, then just clip that one, not too much, you'll get a penalty, and don't run too wide there on the right hand side either, that'll be another penalty. Track limits for you. Now down towards the Parabolica here, forward with Black Star. Just to get this one done. It feeds it out nicely to the left as Sai's in, so Sai's decided it's time to come off those soft tyres. I mean, Black Star will pick up third. Tidder's ahead of him there in second, having another lap on those soft tyres. Not too bad actually, those softs at this stage of the race. Oh, and another switch from Black Star. Dan also, a lot of switching going through there. 4th place, then Nath getting chased by Sai. Sai's just actually come out, hasn't he? We've seen him come in. He's now come out on those medium tyres to take that 6th place behind Nath. So here's another spot for Nath, and another spot closer to the podium. Cars don't seem to jump around so much when you see them going through or going along a straight. Is obviously when they start to turn is when you see a lot of the glitching and bouncing around, taking the corners. Just hope it does clear itself so we can watch it in its true form. Taff in 7th place. Vane in 8th, dropping down a little bit. Vane, although I think he's been in, hasn't he? He's on the soft tyres now. A lot of scuff marks down the left of that car. So he's been playing bumper cars with someone or with something as Vane. And our leader's in, so time for our leader Aspect to come in. Firepower in 9th place, being chased by Ninky in 10th. He's got a penalty. It's going to have to come off now. There's Ninky. There has been a change of lead, and it is Tidder's because of Aspect going in coming out. It's not that far. There is that gap. So he's got half a second as Aspect, but coming out behind Tidders in second, and we know that Tidders still got to come in. Those soft tyres of his, seen better days. That does mean that it's probably a formality that Aspect will grab that lead again in the next couple of laps or so off the Tidders. We've got Black Star 2.5 second penalty. This is what I'm saying about this track, this circuit. It's a penalty killer, this one. If you can get round and complete a race, especially a long race like this, without picking up a penalty, then well, round of applause to you. Dan in 4th place on his lonesome now is Dan. He'll be happy with 4th, I think. 14 laps in, just over halfway, so still plenty of time for Dan to get back to the podium spots where he believes he belongs. So he's got him in his sights. Black Star's not that far ahead of him. That's all he needs is one more place, and there it is. He'd like another 2, of course, but what will do if he has to? Now Tidders is in. Now he's going to get that 3rd place, isn't he? Because Tidders has dropped in, or he's come in. So Dan's decided to come in as well. That's an early call for Dan, because he's got plenty on his medium tyres now. I'm not sure what's happening here then. So is he? It's a strange one. I would have thought he'd stayed out with that amount of on his mediums there and the fuel. So interesting to see what he actually comes out on as Sai goes up to 4th, Taff 5th now. So Dan is coming out on those soft tyres now. Surely, well, perhaps he fancies that he can get 10 laps out of these soft tyres. But that fuel doesn't look like 10 laps worth for me. I know it isn't. So I'm not too sure. But he's whatever his strategy is, he has dropped him back down to 6th place from what could have been 3rd. Seemed a very odd decision considering how his tyres were at that point before he came in. But hey, each to their own. Not going to question any of these drivers' strategies, because, as I've said lots of times before, I'm not the one to comment on strategies because I'm not that good at them myself, so it's a bit of a wing and a prayer when I do them. So we see Nathan out 2nd place. Obviously he's also come in on those soft tyres again with about half a tank of fuel. Vane in 8th place. Still a good showing from Vane. Started well. And they're in 8th now, about mid-field. Firepower in 9th. And Ninky, who's got another half a second penalty. He had about 1.5 the last time we see him. Another half here, so probably the reason why he is where he is, but still a good showing for him, considering it is his first outing here in these Aston Martins in this championship. Not going to lose any places. Don't lose too much time either. Just half a second for him. And Silly Shot, who is up to 11th now. And Crossbones in 12th. And we have lost someone. So we did start with 13. Not sure who we've lost at this stage. We did have 13 cars out there, so one of them has retired. So let's go through this field then. So we've got Aspect in 1st place, as we know. Black Star up to 2nd now. He's looking strong in 2nd, and he's actually looking like it could be catching Aspect there, but second for him. Tiller's in third. Sai in fourth. Taff in fifth place, followed by Dan in sixth. Nath in seventh. Vane in eighth place. Firepower in ninth. Ninky in 10th. Silly Shot in 11th. Crossbones in 12th. We've actually lost Colesberg. That's the driver we've lost. So he's retired from this race. So unfortunate for him. Aspect does beat his time now, up to a 2:03. So he is pushing on. He's got that lead back. He's on lap 17 now, 25. Into the final third of this race. Black Star in second, looking good there. So he could pick up some nice second place points here if he stays where he is. Should have enough to run through to the end. That's just the fuel, as I said earlier. It's not so much tyres which is the issue coming to the end of this race. It's going to be the fuel situation now. We're going to see lots of drivers diving in for a splash and a dash, or is it fuel save all the way? It's going to be looking at some of these levels of fuel. It's going to be a lot of fuel saving. Sai's covered himself and he looks like he's probably got enough. He's there in fourth. He was taking no chances, was he? Dan in fifth. Closely followed by his teammate Taff in sixth place. So the two Vodafone drivers now in close proximity, coming out of Variante della Roggia down towards Lesmo 1 and onto Lesmo 2. For hitting Curva de Serraglia, which is just a little kink at this point here. Before heading up towards Ascari, turn 7 and 8. It's Nath in 7th. Nath with a 1:59.8, so he's into the 59s. Our first driver to hit the 59s is Nathan there on the soft tyres now. He's maybe this was part of the plan. He's got his sights clearly set on these guys ahead of him. He's in 7th place now. He's obviously the quickest driver out there. So what can he do on those soft tyres? Pushing like hell now. Now he's got to be, are they going to have enough to last for the remainder of this race? As he's going to cross this line, it's going to leave him with 7 laps to run, as we see Taff going in now, which will presumably be his final stop for Taff. Nath now up to 6th place, and that's one place he's not going to worry about. Down now towards turn 1. Next up for Nath is Dan and Sai. So we'll keep an eye on it and see how he gets on with catching nose. We want to see how Black Star's getting on though, with Aspect ahead of him, and I think Black Star has caught right up, or is that a back marker ahead of him? Who is Aspect? No, that is Aspect. They're close. Black Star's really caught up on those medium tyres. Aspect must be fuel saving. That's the only reason how he could possibly be pulling Black Star towards him. Black Star's clearly not fuel saving at this stage, but I think he needs to. But the trouble is, you get to this point, up to second, you can see the leader close ahead of you, and it's kind of all you focus on, and hopefully he won't forget that he's got fuel in that car. He won't forget to look at his gauge. Otherwise, well, he won't finish, and it'll be rather embarrassing for him. But let's see. Black Star coming out of Parabolica now. Crossing the line at the start, lap 19. 6 to go. Aspect, I would think he's got it worked out as to what he really wants to do. He obviously knows that Black Star's catching. He's been given the signals. Plus, he can see him anyway in his rear view. But I think, I would believe that Aspect has got it covered and knows exactly what he's got to do at this point of the race with Black Star chasing him down. I think Black Star probably now has decided that probably wise to start fuel saving. I'm sure he'd rather take the second place points than nothing at all if he does run out of fuel, so he's got no one behind him, not close anyway. Next up is Tidders, but Black Star I think will just need to concentrate on finishing in the second place. Tidders on the other hand, like the others, got lovely brand new medium tyres on, but fuel wise I'm down to about a quarter of a tank now going into these final few laps of the race. But this will be a good result for Tidders if he can stay where he is there in third place. But Dan chasing him down in fourth. Dan on those soft tyres, Dan with a slightly more fuel as well, so third is not a given yet for Tidders, is it? Just depends on how hard Dan pushes and how hard those softs handle the pace. Size, it's very close to that wall. Look, skims that wall. Looked like he was going to hit it at one point there. I'm thinking, wow, what line's that? And there's Nath in the background also straight lining it through there. Clearly it's the line to take to make up a bit of time. So we see Vane as well. Does he do it? Or does he stick within the white lines? No, he'll stick within the white lines, but certainly Cy and Nath play that very close to the wall line. Coming over the line. Lap 20 now of 25. So these final stages of the penultimate round here at Monza in Italy. Dan now, I've just noticed, has beaten Nath's quickest lap of the 1:59.7, is actually now put in a 1:59.5, so and Nath's knocking out fast sectors as well, so it's between these two in terms of fastest laps, but Dan has got it at the moment, a 1:59.5. Wasn't far off beating it last time actually, just a few hundreds slower last time around, so he's clearly pushing. Side doing everything he can as well. He's got no worries. Oh, Black Star's in, so Black Star has decided he's got to come in from second place. It wasn't enough, that fuel. He's going to promote Tidders up. No, he's cut in as well, so Tidders is in as well. So does Dan. He's going to stay out for sure. So he's going to be grabbing second, and he takes that straight line across as well. It's a slower lap for him, but both Black Star and Tidders are both in. That's going to get Dan up to second. Black Star comes out in third, does he? No, he doesn't. He comes in just behind Cy. So he drops down from second to fourth, does Black Star. Cy up to third. Cy's actually the one with the most fuel at the moment. Or at least he was. Obviously, Black Star's come in now and got on soft tyres as well, so he was on a three-stopper then. It's Black Star. Aspect, our leader. He's got less than a quarter of a tank of fuel with 4.5 laps to go. Dan, he's got about a quarter of a tank. He's done really well actually to keep his fuel saving there. He's up to second. He's on the soft tyres, and he's got a little bit more fuel than what Aspect has, but Aspect has got that lead going through Ascari, or out the other side of Ascari now is Aspect. Dan is not even there yet. Sai in third. He's being chased down by Black Star, who's got those nice new shiny racing soft tyres on. Up towards Ascari now. He wants that podium, does Black Star. He was there. He let it go, and now he wants it back. I think he's going to get Sai soon here. Not going to push too hard, does Black Star. I think he'd be okay fuel-wise now, but certainly got the tyres to get past Sai here. Sai again skimming that wall. Sai does love that line through there. Nath also, there you go, right on cue. Takes a bit of that and some. So Black Star then hard on the brakes into turn one. Trying everything he can to get to the back of Sai and take that third place. Vane, who's come in, is on a three-stopper as well. Nath, 1.5 for Nath, gets himself up to 5th place. There's Nathan. See the 3 guys ahead of him. He's going to have to take off 1.5 seconds. He'll be fine from behind. He's got nothing behind him, but it's going to put pay, I think, to him gaining any more than what he's got here. Depends, of course, what happens with these drivers ahead of him, but it takes a lot, does Nath? And he's lost it. Yeah, I could see him fishtailing in the background. Grabbed a lot of that curb there. You can see on the outside of Lesmo 1, and that is definitely it, isn't it? And now he's got Tidders racing up behind him, plus that 1.5, so he could actually drop down to 7th place with that penalty. So what a shame for Nath. Pushing really hard to try and get onto the back of Black Star on Sai, but pushed a bit too hard. Got himself on the curb. Did well, tried to stop it, but couldn't quite do it, and ended up fishtailing it out. And Aspect, our leader, is in, so that's unexpected. Wasn't expecting him to be in, and that he's going to put Dan in the lead, I think. Let's have a look. That could be just a fuel stop for Aspect. Quick splash and dash. So where does he come out? Does he take the lead? He does. It's going to be close. There's Aspect coming out now. This is going to be real close. Here's our leader in 1st place. Dan chasing him down now in 2nd. Of course, Aspect now with enough fuel just to see him through, but Dan's got enough as well by the looks of it. 3 laps to go. And this is coming down to the usual grandstand finish that we get here from our League 5 drivers. It's what the fans have been waiting for, this battle at the end. This is the Knights drawing in here in Italy, and it might be cooling down outside, but this race is hotting up. Dan is all over the back of Aspect now, and this could be the change of lead. It could be Dan going for it, and Dan, he doesn't waste too much time, and there you go, moves on and takes it. Great move from Dan. He doesn't wait around, he just gets it done at the earliest opportunity, and it's exactly what he done through Lesmo 2. Got it done, and takes that lead off of Aspect 2. Has had the lead for the majority of this race up until that point. I don't think Aspect has got anything to give, although he's got... he did do a tyre change, Aspect, actually, so he has left his hard tyres to the end. So he did really well then to get what he got out of those other tyres, especially the softs. Longer laps. So of course, only the minimum of 3, which is going to be enough, obviously, but he's not going to have anything to fight with soft tyres of Dan, unless of course they start to fall off quickly, in which case Aspect will be there to pick up any pieces. Got 2 laps to go. Who's gonna take victory here? Crowd's going nowhere. Hopefully you're not going anywhere. I'm certainly not. And I wish the lag would go somewhere, because that's been driving me up the wall here. Apologies again, but out of my hands. Hopefully it hasn't ruined the viewing. Still been a great race. Now the fuel is right down for Aspect. He's on the flashing now. Dan is going to be flashing very soon, but I think he's got this one covered as Dan. Just got to hit his marks now. Bring it home. As long as he doesn't make too many mistakes. Don't want to be riding any curbs or running out too wide on that green Astro stuff, because that will be the end of that. Black Star, there he is in third, so he's not far off this either. He's on the soft tyres. He's also got enough fuel, so could be game on here. This is certainly going to be your top 3, but what order is it going to be in? Is Black Star going to grab that second off of Aspect? Aspect, as we know, is now down to his bare minimum of fuel, coming to the end of lap 24 of 25, so he has only got 1 more lap to go, but that fuel doesn't look like it's going to be enough to get him round that final lap. He came in and changed tyres. Did he bother with any fuel? Maybe not. Maybe he did, but just didn't have enough. Didn't put enough in. But Black Star don't care, because he's looking at getting that second place off him. And also Dan, he's going to be struggling soon with his tyres, but I think he's probably got it covered. But it's more this Aspect Black Star battle. But it looks like he might just have enough Aspect, but his fuel is very low, as we know. So there's your top 3. Just going out of shot now. Got Tidders here in 4th, under pressure from Nathan 5th, crossing the line to start the final lap. He's got the fastest lap as well, a 1:59.4 as Nath. He's got no fuel either. Going into this final lap, Tidders and Nath side by side through turn 1. Side almost got it wrong in 6th place. Oh, it picks up half a second as Tidders, so that's put paid to his 4th place, I think. Nath, if he stays where he is, will nab that off him. Coming towards the end of that lap, where he will have to take that off. Nath might get him before then, of course, but there's a bit of going on here through Variante de la Roggia up to Lesmo 1, and it's all backed up. Who we got here? We've got Tidders now in front of Nath. Tidders, but he's got no fuel. He's now literally having to roll the car home. That's going to push Nath up to 4th place, if he can get past Tidders, that is. Oh, and in the background, who was that? That's Taff having a bit of a moment. But this is where we are, but we've got to go back to our leaders, because they are coming out of the final corner, and it's going to be Dan who's grabbed it right when he wanted to. Timed it to perfection with both the fuel and tyres, and gets victory here at Monza. Congratulations. Aspect unlucky, but does get second. He'll be happy with that, I think. Black Star with a good 3rd place, and they're really close. And then this battle, look at this. Nath gets past Tidders. Side's going to have a bit of move as well, and Tidders all the way back down to 6th. So Nath then, in the end, after a hard race, bit of backwards and forwards from Nath, got involved in that collision early on, and to grab 4th at the end here is going to be a good result, really. Close by from sight, and Tidders in 6th. Taff ain't that far behind in 7th. So that's really close up there, that top 7. Them battles were all over the place there with them 2 groups. And we've got Vane now coming down. It's going to be a good 8th place for him. looks like Nath will grab that fastest lap as well at 1:59.4. Should be the fastest one now. But Vane coming out of the parabolica for the last time will cross that line to finish in 8th place. Well done. Crossbones in 9th. Again, good race from him. Haven't seen too much of him, but 9th place he gets. And then Ninky gets 10th, closely from Silly Shot in 11th. That was close there too. Firepower will come in 12th place. So there's your round 9 from Monza. Really good race there. Really hotted up at the end, didn't it? Great cracking race at the end. So that is that. We've got one round to race now at the Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps. That's going to be a blinder there, isn't it? And well, hopefully we won't have too much of that glitching that we had on tonight. Again, apologies for that. Was out of my hands. Couldn't do much about it. Hopefully it doesn't spoil your entertainment. So onwards and upwards and on to the final round next time out. So hopefully join me then. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, I'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.